Welcome to JR Henry Texan 9, the podcast that deals with the early life of yours truly. And now, narrating Spouses Reunited, Jimmy. "3:30 a.m. Jim wakes up and goes into the front lounge to listen to the radio and to read. 5:30 a.m. JR wakes up and goes to the front lounge to find his father reading and relaxing. He knows that his father is leaving later on this afternoon to fly to Houston to meet his mother and conduct business. They would be gone for the next couple of days, leaving the house to JR and the interns. 7 a.m. In the reception room, JR gets a plate full of Pop-Tarts and goes and sits down across the way from Caitlin Schultz. "Long time no see, son. I'll have you know, I finally got my acceptance papers to Cornell. This fall, I start my PhD studies in rhetoric and technical communications." "Awesome. You're to be admired," JR said. "You know, I just found out from my advisor, Andrew Harmon. I'm still waiting to receive an acceptance letter from the School of Mass Communications in the field of public affairs. Now, son, I know you will go far. There's three things I know about you. You're very frank, you're very honest, and you're a truth seeker. So you will go far." "I have to say, ma'am, I wish you well. Hope things go well for you in Cornell. With what you've done this internship, you deserve it." 9 p.m. In the main hearing room of the Cannon House office building, Jim is being questioned by Congressman Bates. "So, these insights that you report, are those yours personally or the Republican Party?" "Mine personally," Jim said. "Do you even bother to report and look at the Clinton administration and see what they have to say?" "My responsibility is to report to the director, Erskine Bowles. I then combine his knowledge with my insights, and that's what I do." "Then why did you openly seek disappointment?" Bates asked. "Objection! This question is out of bounds." Chairman Joe LaFalce had this to say. "Indeed it is." Congressman Bates find a new line of questioning. At the same time, JR is in philosophy class where they are learning about social responsibility and the difference between stakeholders and shareholders, with the professor, Laura Madsen, embracing more of a shareholder's view of ethics, which ultimately in the textbook was established by economist Milton Friedman. 10 a.m. Jim exits triumphantly from the Cannon House office building and asks for one of the car servicemen to fetch his car. Once it comes, he hops immediately into the Chrysler van and takes a drive to the Baltimore, Washington, D.C. International Airport to get all ready for his flight to Houston. 11 a.m. JR and Wayne Merrill leave the college to head straight to Salvatore's Bistro for a 2-hour lunch. The reason Wayne was at the college was to get a fact sheet from the Department of Political Science for JR's girlfriend, Hannah Lee. "1 p.m. Eastern. 12:15 p.m. Eastern. Jim climbs aboard the private jet with cousin Joe and Joe's girlfriend Kelly. Joe and Kelly would be filling intern roles as they would be with Jim the next few days in Houston and in Galveston. 12:35 p.m. Eastern. The plane speeds down the runway, departing from Baltimore Washington International Airport, departing for Houston Intercontinental International Airport. "1 p.m. Eastern. At the Small Business Administration in Washington, D.C., JR is helping to write a speech for Carol Stringer to use for her press conference on Thursday. He's enjoying working for a different person besides his dad and his dad's staff. Something that would be within his own element. 2:35 p.m. Central. Betsy's flight sped down the runway, departing from Baton Rouge Metropolitan Airport for Houston Intercontinental Airport. Betsy finally can't wait to see her husband once again for a few days. 4 p.m. Central. Jim climbs off the jet and heads straight to the airport train to go to Betsy's terminal. 4:10 p.m. Jim walks into Betsy's terminal and spots his wife. "Hey, Mama-san," Jim said. "Papa-san," Betsy said, running towards her husband, embracing him. There was a pause as tears ran down her face as they held on to each other. "Oh, Jim, I have missed you so much." "Come on, let's get checked into the Hyatt. Claude's already there." Him and Becky split up. 5:15 p.m. Eastern. Knowing that the house would be his for a few days, JR orders a steak for himself and Wayne Merrill. They figured they would enjoy the evening together. 7 p.m. Eastern. JR is upstairs studying his business ethics textbook and notes for his exam tomorrow at the Ascension Christian College Arts and Humanities Library. He was looking forward to going ahead tomorrow morning to take the test and get it over with. Hope you enjoy listening to the J.R. Hendrick Text at Night. The podcast deals with the early life of goers. If you like what you hear, go ahead and subscribe and become a part of the adventure. I know y'all sure enjoy that. Here's J.R. Hendrick saying until next time, get ready for the rest of the story. It's going to get a bit more interesting from here.